Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Think of the life you have lived until now as over and, as a dead man, see what's left as a bonus and live it according to nature. Love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own, for what could be more fitting? It never ceases to amaze me, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. It's time you realize that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. External things are not the problem. It's your assessment of them, which you can erase right now. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Seneca. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. This is our big mistake, to think we look forward to death. Most of death is already gone. Whatever time has passed is owned by death. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. How does it help to make troubles heavier by bemoaning them? People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Epictetus. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Curb your desire, don't set your heart on so many things and you will get what you need. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes we forget what we learned and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you but answer, he was ignorant of my other faults, else he would have not mentioned these alone. Cato. I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. Wise men learn more from their enemies than fools from their friends. Grasp the subject, the words will follow. He who has the most faith in himself is the luckiest of men. Cessation of work is not accompanied by cessation of expenses. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. I would much rather have men ask why I have no statue than why I have one. It is thus with farming, if you do one thing late, you will be late in all your work. The more corrupt the state, the more numerous the laws. Patience is the greatest of all virtues. Grain, which is the most abundant of all foods, has been given to us by the bounty of Ceres. Viktor Frankl. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Those who have a why to live, can bear with almost any how. The last of human freedoms, the ability to choose one's attitude in a given set of circumstances. What is to give light must endure burning. When the impossible is not quite so impossible, one must try to achieve it regardless. Man is not fully conditioned and determined but rather determines himself whether he gives in to conditions or stands up to them. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Live as if you were living already for the second time and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you are about to act now. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state but rather the striving and struggling for some goal worthy of him. Ultimately, man should not ask what the meaning of his life is, but rather he must recognize that it is he who is asked. Thanks for watching.